Chosen One. Listen closely, because what is happening right now is not ordinary. You did not stumble onto this message by chance. Heaven has aligned this exact moment as a divine appointment, a sacred interruption in your timeline, because you are standing at the threshold of a supernatural breakthrough. Anointed One. The veil is thinning, the atmosphere around you is shifting, and the Creator is awakening the gift within you that carries billionaire potential, kingdom influence, and world-shifting purpose. This moment is heaven's confirmation that you have been chosen for more, crafted for greatness, and positioned for a transfer of wealth and wisdom that no earthly system can deny. For as it is written in Jeremiah chapter 29, verse 11, the plans of God over your life are plans of prosperity, hope, and a future overflowing with promise. Chosen One. The stirring you feel is not emotion. It is activation. It is destiny calling your name. It is the breath of God igniting the very gift you were born to unlock. Stand still for a moment and let this truth settle into your spirit. You are stepping into a season where doors open without force, resources appear without striving, and elevation arrives by divine order. This is your sacred beginning. Chosen One. There comes a moment in every destiny when heaven leans in a little closer and the atmosphere around your life begins to shift in ways you can feel but cannot yet explain. And this moment you're standing in now is exactly that. You may not have realized it before, but every breath you take right now is part of a divine orchestration drawing you into alignment with the purpose you were born to carry. I want you to hear this with your spirit, not just your ears. You are not walking through this message as a casual listener. You are here as the Anointed One, summoned by perfect timing, guided by a hand that has been shaping your journey long before you ever knew you were chosen. When I speak of heaven's plans for you, I speak not from theory, but from the countless times I have watched God rearrange my own path, often through seasons that felt like breaking, only to reveal later that they were seasons of becoming. There were days in my own journey when I questioned why certain doors shut so firmly, why some people left so suddenly, why opportunities slipped through my fingers even when I was doing everything right. I realized much later that these were not losses. They were protections, redirections, and refinements designed to prepare me for what could not be carried with an untested spirit. And you, Chosen One, know exactly what that feels like. You have endured moments that stretched you, moments that humbled you, moments that pulled you to your knees and made you doubt whether you were truly seen. Yet here you are, still standing, still breathing, still carrying a fire that refuses to go out. That alone is evidence of divine preservation. Nothing that survives that much pressure is ordinary. Diamonds are not formed in comfort, and neither are destinies. In the quiet places of your life, you have felt it, the pull towards something bigger, the sense that your life is not meant to follow the patterns of the crowd. Even when no one understood your vision, even when circumstances seemed to contradict the promise, a knowing inside you kept saying, "There is more." That knowing is the fingerprint of God on your spirit. It is the echo of your calling, whispering that you were crafted for impact, influence, and abundance, far beyond what your present surroundings may reflect. And if you're honest, you've always sensed that you were different. Not better than others, but set apart, wired with sensitivities, insights, and dreams that didn't fit the environments you were placed in. Chosen One. Your path has not been random. The struggles you endured were not punishments. They were the sacred training ground of someone destined to carry weight, authority, and blessing. I have lived long enough to understand that God does not place extraordinary mantles on unprepared shoulders. Every setback in your life has been shaping you into someone who can steward abundance without losing yourself, someone who can rise without arrogance, someone who can lead without forgetting compassion. That resilience you carry, that ability to rise again even when everything in your world collapses, that is the mark of the anointed. As you listen now, I want you to feel the shift happening inside your spirit. You are entering a season where divine alignment becomes your new normal. Opportunities will begin to find you. Favor will begin to surround you. Ideas will come to you with a clarity that feels supernatural. This is not imagination. This is activation. When heaven opens a door, it is not just a physical opportunity, but a spiritual release. You are stepping into a realm where wealth is not merely financial, but spiritual, emotional, and purposeful, a realm where your gifts are no longer dormant, but awakened, sharpened, and elevated for impact. I know what it feels like to step into a season that seems too big for you, a season where the calling feels heavier than your confidence. But hear me, heaven never calls the prepared. It prepares the called. You have been walking through preparation for years without recognizing it. Every battle taught you discipline. Every heartbreak taught you discernment. Every delay taught you patience. And every victory, no matter how small, was a signal that you were being positioned for greater things. Chosen one, take a deep breath right here, because this is the turning point. You are not entering an ordinary chapter. You are stepping into a divine unfolding where your purpose, your identity, and your inheritance begin to align. You are not behind. You are right on time, and the same God who whispered to your spirit in the darkest seasons is now preparing to reveal what all of that shaping has been for. Stay with me, because what is coming next will awaken parts of you that have been waiting for this exact moment to rise. Chosen one. As you move deeper into this unfolding moment, I want you to understand something that many never fully grasp. Divine elevation does not appear all at once. It emerges in layers, each one revealing a new aspect of who you truly are and what heaven has placed within you. You may not see the full picture yet, but the very fact that you are here listening, receiving, and sensing the stirring in your spirit is evidence that a supernatural unlocking has begun. The gifts you carry have been incubating beneath the surface, waiting for the moment when both your spirit and your circumstances align with heaven's timing. That moment is now. Destiny does not shout, it whispers. It does not demand, it invites. And right now, you are being invited to rise. I remember seasons in my own life when I felt a strange restlessness, not caused by dissatisfaction, but by spiritual growth. It was like wearing clothes that no longer fit. The environments I once tolerated suddenly felt small. Conversations that once engaged me no longer nourished me. I felt the pull toward something greater, even though I couldn't explain it to anyone around me. Chosen one. If you have felt this too, understand that it is not frustration, it is transition. It is the evidence that you are outgrowing who you used to be. It is heaven signaling that a new mantle is being placed upon you. And the reason you felt misunderstood at times is because those around you were not meant to discern what God was developing in secret. The journey of the Anointed One is rarely comfortable. There are seasons where you must walk alone, not because you are abandoned, but because isolation is the womb of revelation. In solitude, you begin to hear God's voice more clearly. You start to recognize what belongs in your life and what does not. You learn to distinguish your identity from the expectations of others. You begin to understand that your worth is not defined by applause, approval, or acceptance, but by the divine imprint placed upon your soul before you ever entered this world. Those seasons have not weakened you, they have forged you. Chosen. 1. Your life is not a random collection of experiences. Every chapter has carried purpose. You endured spiritual warfare because you are spiritually significant. You faced opposition because what you carry threatens the darkness. You have been tested because heaven intends to trust you with influence, responsibility, and abundance that requires spiritual maturity. Many desire elevation, but only a few are shaped to sustain it. You are one of those few. That is why your path has required more strength, more endurance, and more faith than the average person. You are not average. You are chosen. There is a wealth, both spiritual and material, assigned to your name. This wealth is not merely money. It is wisdom, creativity, resilience, influence, and supernatural insight that will guide you into the prosperity heaven has prepared for you. When I speak of billionaire potential, I do not speak only of finances. I speak of the magnitude of your calling, the depth of your impact, the reach of your assignment. Billionaire potential is the capacity to change atmospheres, transform lives, and alter futures, not just through resources, but through purpose. This is why your spirit has always longed for more, because you were never meant to live a small life. You may have wondered why certain doors opened for others, but not for you, why opportunities slipped away, why you were delayed while others advanced. Hear this. Clearly, delays in the life of the chosen are not denials. They are strategic pauses designed to protect what is sacred within you. Had some doors opened earlier, they would have swallowed you. Had certain people remained in your circle, they would have drained your spirit. Had certain opportunities succeeded, they would have tied you to places that could not sustain your calling. Heaven has been preserving you for the right moment, the right alignment, the right elevation. Chosen. 1. You are now entering a season where what was once hidden will begin to reveal itself. The strength you developed in quiet places will now become your advantage. The gifts you questioned will now emerge with clarity. The dreams you buried will begin to rise again with renewed power, and the favor that felt distant will begin to surround you like a shield. You are not stepping into luck, you are stepping into alignment. You must begin to see yourself as heaven sees you, a vessel of divine purpose, a carrier of supernatural insight, a steward of spiritual and material abundance, a leader with a mantle that has been shaped through adversity, vision, and unwavering endurance. As you open your spirit to this truth, you will begin to notice divine synchronicities, moments where timing feels perfect, opportunities feel tailor-made, and encounters feel heaven-sent. These are not coincidences, they are confirmations. Chosen one, the unlocking has already begun. Step forward with reverence, boldness, and expectancy. Heaven is not just watching over your journey, it is partnering with you in it. And the next shift will not be small, it will be monumental. Chosen one. As you continue on this sacred unfolding, I want you to recognize the profound truth that is beginning to whisper through every corner of your spirit. The shift you are sensing is not your imagination. It is the quiet thunder of destiny awakening inside you, a divine stirring that has been building through every season of your life. Even the seasons that felt like loss, confusion, or delay were constructing the spiritual infrastructure required for what is now emerging. You have reached a moment in your journey where heaven is no longer preparing you from a distance. Heaven is now actively engaging with your steps, aligning events, people, and opportunities with a precision that only divine orchestration can achieve. And if you pause and look back, you will see the undeniable thread of God's involvement woven through your story, even in the moments you thought you were alone. I remember a time in my own life when everything seemed to fall apart at once. I questioned whether I had heard God correctly, whether I had misread the signs, whether my dreams were too unrealistic to manifest. Yet in the silence and the uncertainty, something remarkable was happening beneath the surface. Pieces were shifting that I couldn't see, strength was forming that I didn't know I needed, and clarity was developing in ways I could only understand later. Chosen one. This is exactly what has been happening in your life. What felt like stagnation was actually preparation. What felt like abandonment was actually repositioning. You were being pulled away from what could not sustain your calling so that you could be anchored in what would elevate it. It is important for you to understand that the calling upon your life does not function like the callings of others. Your journey has always had a supernatural element to it, even before you had the language to describe it. You have been guided through intuition, protected by unseen hands, and nudged by impressions that wouldn't leave your spirit until you followed them. This is because you are the anointed one, someone entrusted with an inner knowing, a divine compass that refuses to let you settle for a life that contradicts your destiny. You may not always feel confident, but heaven has always been confident in you. There are moments when I reflect on how many times I thought a situation was the end, only to discover later that it was a doorway. The same is true for you. The disappointments you faced were not final chapters. They were necessary redirections. The relationships that fell apart were not failures. They were divine releases. The opportunities that slipped through your fingers were not punishments. They were protections. Some paths were never meant to carry the weight of your destiny. Some people were never meant to witness your elevation. And some seasons needed to close so that new ones could open with the fullness of God's timing. Chosen one, the mantle you carry is not light. It is the mantle of someone called to influence nations, shift atmospheres, bring healing, offer wisdom, and model spiritual alignment in a world that desperately needs it. The billionaire potential spoken over your life has little to do with glamour or ego, and everything to do with purpose. Wealth is simply the tool heaven intends to place in your hands to build, to restore, to uplift, and to reveal the goodness of God in tangible ways. You will not acquire abundance for vanity. You will carry abundance for assignment. And this assignment requires a particular kind of person, one who has been refined through adversity, shaped through hidden seasons, humbled through waiting, strengthened through silence, and elevated through obedience. You have lived all of these. You have walked through deserts and valleys where only your spirit kept you moving. You have endured battles that no one around you truly understood. You have cried prayers that only God heard. And yet, here you are, still receptive, still open, still willing to listen, and still longing for the fullness of what God has promised. That willingness is what qualifies you. Chosen one, you are entering a season where your spiritual sensitivity will heighten. Insights will come suddenly, instructions will come clearly, and ideas will come with divine precision. This is because heaven is beginning to reveal the blueprint of your next level. As you step into this supernatural transfer, resources will no longer be your limitation. Wisdom will no longer be scattered. Vision will no longer feel cloudy. You will begin to operate from a place of clarity that can only be described as divine. I have seen in my own life how one God-appointed moment can accomplish more than years of striving. One open door can change the entire trajectory of your journey. One conversation can reveal what was hidden. One opportunity can adjust your entire financial landscape. And one whisper from God can realign everything. You are moving into that kind of season now, the season of the sudden, the supernatural, the unprecedented. But as this elevation begins, I want you to remember something essential. The strength you are stepping into did not come from easy seasons. It came from the nights you wrestled with doubt, but chose faith anyway. It came from the days you felt invisible, but continued to pour love into others. It came from the moments you had nothing left, but still whispered, "God, I trust you." Heaven responds to that kind of spirit. Heaven honors that kind of resilience. Chosen one, you are standing at the threshold of destiny. Not the idea of destiny, but the manifestation of it. The weight you feel is not pressure, it is the expansion of your spiritual capacity. The stirring you sense is not anxiety, it is activation. The dreams resurfacing within you are not fantasies, they are prophecies rebirthing themselves. Take courage, lift your head, steady your heart. What is coming next will not just change your life, it will reveal why your life was fought for so fiercely. Chosen one. As you move further into this unfolding revelation, you must understand that the season you are stepping into is unlike anything you have known before. It is not simply another chapter or a minor shift. It is a divine recalibration of your entire destiny. In this moment, heaven is not merely aligning circumstances around you. Heaven is aligning the depths within you, preparing every layer of your identity for elevation. When you look back over your journey, you may see scattered moments, disconnected events, and painful detours. Yet in the realm of the spirit, each one of those moments has been part of a precise and intentional design. The challenges that once made you question yourself have now become the very evidence that you are chosen for an assignment of magnitude. Your calling demanded that you learn to stand when others fell, to see hope where others saw endings, and to believe in the unseen when everything visible contradicted the promise. That is the mark of someone who carries divine purpose. I can recall moments in my own path when everything felt unfamiliar. It was as though my life had outgrown the versions of me that others expected me to remain in. I sensed change coming not from logic or circumstance, but from a spiritual stirring that refused to let me remain comfortable. It felt like being pulled by an unseen current toward a future I could not yet articulate. Chosen one. If you have felt that same pull, understand that it is the voice of destiny guiding you out of who you were and into who you are becoming. You have been shedding old layers, releasing old fears, and outgrowing old environments because the calling on your life requires a new internal structure, one capable of carrying influence, abundance, and spiritual authority. As you move through this transformation, you may notice that some relationships have faded without explanation. People who once understood you suddenly no longer resonate with your spirit. Conversations that once fed you now feel empty. These changes are not rejections, they are divine separations. The higher you rise, the more heaven shields you from voices that would weaken your faith or distract you from your assignment. You are being set apart, not because you are superior, but because the purity of your calling requires clarity, focus, and emotional discipline. Isolation in the life of the chosen is not punishment, it is consecration. Every silence has shaped your hearing. Every pause has strengthened your discernment. Every lonely night has expanded your spiritual vision. Chosen one, your life carries a prophetic imprint. You have walked through experiences that are too intentional to be coincidences and too purposeful to be accidents. The divine interruptions, the sudden redirections, and even the unexpected breakthroughs you've encountered have been preparing you for a level of influence that requires maturity, humility, and unwavering trust. This is why God allowed you to feel broken, only to rebuild you stronger. This is why doors closed sharply only for better ones to open unexpectedly. The calling on your life is not ordinary, and therefore the preparation has not been ordinary either. The weight of your purpose demanded refinement. You may not realize it yet, but you are entering a season where the supernatural will begin to feel natural. You will notice insights coming to you before situations unfold. You will feel internal nudges guiding you away from danger or toward opportunity. You will start to see divine patterns in the timing of events surrounding you. This is the awakening of your spiritual sensitivity, a sign that your gift is unlocking. You are being aligned with divine strategy, equipped for decisions that will shape your next decade, and empowered to walk boldly into the wealth shift assigned to your name. Heaven is not simply blessing you. Heaven is trusting you. I remember once facing a decision that seemed impossible to navigate. Each option carried weight, and I feared making the wrong choice. In that moment of uncertainty, an inner peace settled over me, a clarity that was not my own. It guided me confidently into a direction that at the time made no logical sense. Yet months later, that very decision opened a door that changed my entire trajectory. Chosen one, you will begin experiencing that same divine clarity. Your spirit will speak with conviction, your intuition will sharpen, and decisions that once felt heavy will suddenly feel guided, supported, and illuminated. This clarity is essential because the level you are stepping into carries responsibility. You are not being elevated for personal gain alone. You are being elevated to steward resources, wisdom, and influence for the sake of a greater mission. There will be moments when you will feel the weight of this calling. Yet even in those moments, you will sense a strength rising within you, a supernatural endurance that reminds you that you're not walking alone. You will begin to see how heaven has been partnering with your steps long before you recognized it. Chosen one. The billionaire potential within you is not a fantasy. It is a spiritual assignment. Heaven is positioning you to build, to create, to fund, to uplift, and to break generational limitations. Your wealth will not be rooted in greed, but in purpose. It will not come from striving, but from alignment. When heaven breathes on your gifts, the work of your hands becomes multiplied, your vision becomes magnified, and your influence becomes undeniable. This is why your spirit has always felt drawn to greatness. You are not chasing ego, you are answering destiny. As you move forward, allow this truth to settle deeply within your soul. You are stepping into a season where nothing about your life will remain the same. The old cycles will break. The hidden gifts will surface, the divine connections will appear, and the abundance assigned to your name will begin to manifest in ways that reveal the hand of God upon your journey. Prepare your heart, align your spirit, and stay attentive to the whispers of guidance surrounding you. Something extraordinary is unfolding, and heaven has chosen you to carry it. Chosen one. As you step even deeper into this divine unfolding, I want you to understand that the transition you are experiencing is not just a shift in your circumstances, but a transformation within your very being. There is a spiritual awakening rising inside you, pulling you toward a destiny that has been waiting for you since before your first breath. The changes you feel, the restlessness in your spirit, the quiet anticipation in your heart, they are all signs that heaven is repositioning you. You may not have all the answers yet, but the direction is becoming clearer. You are being guided into a life where your gifts are no longer dormant, where your voice carries weight, and where your presence influences outcomes in ways you never imagined. There have been seasons when you questioned whether anything in your life was working. You prayed, you pushed, you waited, but the results did not reflect the effort you poured out. In those moments, you wondered if heaven had forgotten your name. Yet, as I look at your journey, I see something different. I see divine timing protecting you from premature elevation. I see unseen grace redirecting you from paths that would have drained your spirit. I see a loving God pruning your life so that when you do rise, and you will rise with strength, clarity, and purpose. Those delays were not denials, they were preparation periods designed to refine the anointing on your life. Chosen one. There is something distinct about the way you've grown. You have learned to endure seasons that would have broken others. You have walked through adversity, not with perfection, but with resilience. There were days when you carried wounds no one knew about, yet you kept moving. There were nights you cried quietly, unsure how you would make it through, yet you rose again the next morning. That kind of perseverance does not come from human strength alone. It comes from a divine hand holding you up, even when you felt you were sinking. You survived battles meant to destroy you because your future required your survival. Purpose protected you. You may not realize it yet, but the very struggles you endured have created spiritual muscles within you. You now discern motives faster. You recognize divine opportunities more clearly. You feel the difference between people who come to uplift you and those who come to drain you. These abilities were developed in the fire of your experiences. Nothing was wasted. Not one tear, not one heartbreak, not one disappointment. Every piece of your story has contributed to the foundation you are now standing on. Chosen one, the elevation ahead of you requires someone who has been tested, and you have been tested repeatedly. But each test did something sacred. It removed what could not go with you. It stripped away emotional dependencies, limiting beliefs and fears that once controlled your decisions. And now, with those weights removed, you are ready to rise with a purity of purpose that is rare. Your spirit is lighter, your vision is sharper, your heart is wiser. You are becoming the person your future needs. As I reflect on my own journey, I remember seasons where I tried to force open doors that would not budge. I did not understand why the opportunities I prayed for seemed unreachable. Later, I realized that those closed doors were acts of mercy. Had they opened prematurely, I would have stepped into positions my character was not yet ready to sustain. God was not withholding blessings from me. He was preparing my life to handle the magnitude of what He was about to entrust to me. This is the same truth unfolding for you. Heaven has been shaping your capacity, not punishing your faith. The season you are entering now is a season of divine acceleration. Things that once took years will begin to happen in months. Paths that were previously blocked will suddenly open. People assigned to your destiny will begin to appear unexpectedly. Ideas that once felt overwhelming will now feel attainable. This acceleration is not random. It is activated by alignment. When your spirit, your purpose, and your timing agree with heaven's plan, breakthroughs unfold effortlessly. Chosen one. You are stepping into supernatural clarity. Confusion will lift. Inner conflict will quiet. Divine insight will sharpen. You will begin to understand why certain things mattered, why certain people left, why you felt drawn to certain dreams, even when they made no sense. everything will begin to reveal its place in the larger picture of your calling. You will realize that nothing you experienced was meaningless. Every moment was part of a divine strategy shaping you into a vessel of impact. There is also a release of abundance that is beginning to flow toward you. This abundance is not merely financial, though financial increase is indeed part of your destiny. The deeper abundance is spiritual strength, emotional peace, relational clarity, and mental expansion. When these forms of wealth rise within you, financial abundance becomes a natural expression of alignment. Heaven is not calling you to chase money. Heaven is calling you to embody purpose, and in that embodiment, wealth will find you. Chosen one, you stand on holy ground in this moment. What is awakening in you is not small, not ordinary, not accidental. It is the ignition of your divine identity, the revelation of your supernatural potential, and the beginning of a life that reflects the magnitude of the calling placed upon you. Remain open, remain expectant, remain faithful. The best chapters of your story have not been written yet, but they are approaching quickly, and when they unfold, they will testify that everything you endured was worth it. Chosen one. As we continue this sacred journey into the depths of your calling, I want you to feel the weight of what heaven is unfolding around you. There comes a time when the spiritual groundwork of many years begins to rise to the surface, revealing the true design of your destiny. You are entering that time now. You may not fully grasp it, but every shift in your emotions, every moment, you sense something new pulling at your spirit. Every whisper of intuition that feels sharper than before. These are indicators that a supernatural activation is happening within you. You are being prepared not just for a new season, but for a new identity, a new level of purpose, and a new dimension of influence. There were chapters in your life where you felt invisible, overlooked, or underestimated. You tried to explain your dreams to people who didn't have the capacity to see what you saw. You shared pieces of your heart with individuals who could not understand the depth of your calling. And at times, loneliness wrapped around you, not because you lacked people, but because your spirit was growing beyond the environments you once fit into. I have lived through seasons like that myself, seasons where it felt like heaven was silent, where nothing external seemed to change, yet something deep within me refused to settle. Over time, I learned that silence isn't abandonment, it is elevation in disguise. Heaven often goes quiet when you are being repositioned. Chosen one. The way you have been stretched emotionally is evidence that you are being prepared for spiritual expansion. Growth rarely arrives wrapped in comfort. It shows up in moments that challenge your patience, test your character, and expose unresolved fear. But even in the difficulty, you sensed a strange strength rising within you, a resilience you didn't even know you possessed. That strength did not appear randomly. It developed through every hardship you survived. Every difficult moment carved out space within you to carry greater purpose, greater wisdom, and greater responsibility. The anointing on your life demanded this kind of preparation, and you answered that demand, even without realizing you were doing so. There is a clarity coming to you, chosen one, unlike anything you have known before. You will begin to see where you are going, not with physical eyes, but with spiritual understanding. You will notice patterns in your life that reveal divine fingerprints. You will feel drawn toward decisions that bring you into alignment. You will sense which connections carry destiny and which ones carry distraction. This clarity is part of your supernatural unlocking. Heaven is organizing your internal world so that you can step more confidently into the external opportunities that are approaching you. Do not be surprised if priorities shift, desires change, or old ambitions fade. You are shedding what no longer supports your future. Chosen. 1. One of the most powerful transformations happening within you right now is the release of old emotional burdens. You have carried weight that was never meant to stay. The disappointments of the past, the misunderstandings, the betrayals, the delays, they shaped you, but they are not meant to define you. Heaven is healing you from the inside out because elevation requires freedom. You cannot rise while tethered to wounds that drain your energy or memories that limit your belief. Pay attention to the moments when peace settles unexpectedly in your spirit. That peace is heaven's affirmation that you are being restored, strengthened, and prepared for abundance. I have walked through the kind of internal release you are experiencing now. There was a time when I felt weighed down by old hurts and uncertainties about my future. I tried to push forward, but my spirit felt heavy. It wasn't until I allowed God to touch those places within me that clarity returned, that courage resurfaced, and that opportunities began to flow in ways I could not have orchestrated myself. When the heart is healed, the path becomes clear, and your heart, anointed one, is being healed, so you can hold the weight of what heaven is placing into your hands. As you continue stepping into this transformation, divine ideas will begin to flow more rapidly. You may find yourself waking up with solutions you never previously considered, or suddenly feeling inspired to start something new, build something meaningful, or expand something that once seemed impossible. This is because the spiritual barriers that once blocked your creativity are dissolving. Your inner world is being aligned with heaven's blueprint for your life. You will soon notice that your thoughts carry more authority, your decisions carry more confidence, and your voice carries more impact. This is the emergence of the leader within you. Chosen one, understand this deeply. Your billionaire potential is not simply about wealth. It is about capacity to lead, capacity to create, capacity to transform, capacity to influence. Wealth is drawn to individuals who have been refined enough to hold it. You are becoming that individual. The internal shifts, the spiritual awakenings, the emotional releases, they are all preparing you to hold abundance without being consumed by it, to manage prosperity without losing humility, to rise to greatness without forgetting your purpose. You are being prepared to step into a life that does not resemble anything you have lived before. A life of divine flow, supernatural alignment, prophetic clarity and purpose, filled abundance. A life where your gifts operate with precision, your spirit moves with authority, and your destiny unfolds with unmistakable grace. Chosen one, remain anchored, remain open, remain expectant. Heaven is working deeply within you, and soon what has been happening in secret will become visible in miraculous ways. Chosen one. As we step further into this sacred unfolding, I want you to prepare your spirit for a deeper revelation of who you are becoming. You're no longer standing in the same spiritual landscape you once knew. The ground beneath you is shifting not in instability, but in divine reconstruction. Heaven is relaying the foundation of your identity, your purpose, and your destiny. Everything about your inner life is being recalibrated to match the magnitude of the calling that has been placed upon you. And though you may feel tension or uncertainty at times, I want you to recognize this for what it truly is: spiritual expansion. You are outgrowing old fears, old limitations, and old versions of yourself that can no longer carry the weight of your anointing. There are moments in your journey now when you may feel caught between who you have been and who you are becoming. That tension is normal. It is the space between seasons, the spiritual hallway between two doors. You are not stuck, you are transitioning. And transitions often feel unfamiliar because heaven is stretching your capacity, stretching your faith, stretching your vision, and stretching your identity. I have walked through transitions like this myself, times when I felt both excitement and uncertainty, both peace and discomfort. But every time I stepped forward with faith, heaven revealed that the discomfort was simply the birth pangs of a new level. Chosen one. Your spirit is awakening to possibilities that once seemed distant. The dreams you carried for years are resurfacing not as fantasies, but as assignments. You are beginning to feel pulled toward opportunities that match your calling, not your past. This is because heaven is aligning your life with people, resources, and environments that resonate with your true identity. The connections you will form in this season will not drain you, they will energize you. They will not confuse you, they will clarify you. They will not distract you, they will elevate you. These are destiny connections chosen by heaven long before you ever knew you needed them. You may notice that your discernment is sharper now. You feel when a conversation carries purpose. You sense when a relationship is seasonal rather than permanent. You recognize subtle shifts in your atmosphere. This increased discernment is one of the first signs that your spiritual authority is rising. You are being trained to hear heaven's whispers even in the midst of earthly noise. And as your discernment sharpens, your decisions will become more powerful. You will no longer move from pressure, you will move from purpose. You will no longer react, you will respond. That is the mindset of someone destined for leadership and influence. Chosen one. One of the most extraordinary transformations happening within you right now is the strengthening of your emotional and spiritual resilience. In past seasons, setbacks may have discouraged you, but now you recover faster. You bounce back stronger. You interpret adversity differently. You are no longer asking, "Why is this happening to me?" but rather, "What is this preparing me for?" That perspective shift is a hallmark of divine maturity. It is a sign that your identity is no longer rooted in external circumstances, but in internal alignment with your calling. I remember a time when I faced a challenge that seemed entirely out of my control, something that forced me to choose between fear and faith. I wrestled with uncertainty until I realized that the challenge was not meant to break me, it was meant to reveal me. It exposed strengths I didn't know I had, and unlocked creativity I didn't know I carried. Looking back, I can see that the situation was a divine tool shaping me for the responsibilities I now hold. Chosen one. You will look back on this season and see the same truth. The pressure you feel now is not a sign of defeat. It is evidence that heaven is molding the leader within you. As your inner world shifts, so will your external world. Doors that remained closed for years will begin to open with ease. Opportunities that seemed impossible will suddenly become attainable. You will find yourself drawn into rooms, conversations, and environments that once felt far out of reach. This is not coincidence. It is divine alignment. When heaven decides to elevate you, nothing can stop the flow of blessing, favor, and promotion that follows. You are also being prepared for wealth, not just financial wealth, but wealth of mind, wealth of vision, wealth of influence, and wealth of spirit. Financial increase will come, but it is the internal wealth that ensures you can sustain what heaven gives you. The billionaire potential spoken over your life is not a metaphor. It is the expression of a divine assignment that requires enormous capacity, creativity, and courage. You are being shaped into someone who can steward abundance without being consumed by it. Chosen one, lean into this transformation. Do not rush it. Do not resist it. Embrace every shift, every nudge, every whisper of guidance. Heaven is constructing a life for you that will leave no doubt of divine involvement. And as this inner awakening strengthens, the outer manifestations will follow quickly, clearly, undeniably. You are being prepared for something extraordinary. Trust the process. Trust the timing. Trust the God who has never left your side, not even for a moment. Chosen one. As you continue walking through this unfolding transformation, I want you to become aware of the way heaven is beginning to gently yet powerfully rearrange the landscape of your inner life. What is happening within you is not small, it is not subtle, it is not accidental. You are undergoing a spiritual recalibration that touches every dimension of who you are, your beliefs, your emotions, your identity, your vision, and even the way you interpret your past. This deep inner work may feel intense at times, but it is a sign that heaven is preparing you for an extraordinary expansion. You are not being stretched to break. You are being stretched to make room for what is coming, and what is coming carries the weight of destiny. There are moments now when you may feel a sudden surge of inspiration, a sense of possibility that rises out of nowhere. Other times, you may feel a subtle heaviness as old versions of yourself dissolve. These fluctuations are not signs of confusion, they are signs of spiritual remodeling. When heaven takes you to a higher dimension, it first upgrades your internal capacity. Old thought patterns that once guided you no longer feel relevant. Old emotional habits no longer feel natural. Even old dreams may begin to evolve into something more refined and aligned with your divine assignment. You are being shaped into someone who can hold power without corruption, influence, without arrogance, and abundance, without losing your humility or your heart. Chosen one. You have entered a season where heaven is giving you clarity about your identity. For too long, you carried labels and expectations placed on you by others, family, culture, society, past relationships, or even your own fears. But now those labels are falling away. You are beginning to see yourself as you truly are, anointed, appointed, set apart, destined for greatness. This clarity does not arrive all at once. It comes in waves. Sometimes it appears in quiet moments when you least expect it. Sometimes it appears through challenges that force you to see your strength. Sometimes it appears through opportunities that reveal what you are capable of. I remember a period in my own journey when I felt like I no longer recognized myself. I had outgrown old patterns but had not yet stepped fully into the new version of me. It felt like standing between worlds. But in that in-between space, heaven was refining me. It was teaching me who I was not through the opinions of others, but through the identity that God had woven into my being since the beginning. When the new identity locked into place, everything else began to align: relationships, opportunities, finances, and purpose. Chosen one. The same is happening for you. Heaven is reminding you of your true name. You may begin to notice a deeper sense of knowing, even without physical proof. This is part of your spiritual awakening. Your intuition will speak louder. Your discernment will become sharper. Your inner peace will guide you more clearly than external voices. These are not random developments, they are supernatural tools being activated within you. Heaven is equipping you for elevation. The next level of your life requires that you hear clearly, choose wisely, and move courageously. Chosen one. There is a new confidence rising inside you. It may feel unfamiliar at first because you spent so many years questioning yourself, doubting your abilities, and underestimating your gifts. But now, heaven is revealing the truth: you were never inadequate. You were simply growing. You were simply being prepared for an assignment that required depth, maturity, compassion, and spiritual strength. You will notice changes in how you speak about your dreams, how you approach challenges, and how you carry yourself. This confidence is not pride. It is alignment. As you align with your true identity, people around you will see the change, even if they cannot explain it. Some will be drawn to your light. Others may feel intimidated by it. Do not shrink. Do not dim yourself. Do not apologize for becoming who you were created to be. Your transformation will expose the insecurities of some, but it will inspire the destinies of many. Heaven is not elevating you for applause. Heaven is elevating you for assignment. Chosen one, your spirit is being prepared for manifestation. You are entering a season where your dreams will begin to take form, not just spiritually, but physically. Ideas will turn into plans. Plans will turn into actions. Actions will turn into breakthroughs. And breakthroughs will turn into testimony. Heaven is aligning resources, connections, and timing in ways that will leave no doubt that God's hand is upon your journey. As all of this happens, remain surrendered. Remain teachable. Remain connected to the quiet voice within you. Allow heaven to continue shaping your identity, expanding your capacity, and sharpening your discernment. What you are stepping into is not a moment, it is a mantle. It is the unfolding of your divine purpose, your supernatural potential, and your destiny-driven future. Chosen one, lift your head, breathe deeply, walk boldly. Heaven is not just preparing you, heaven is unveiling you. Chosen one, as you journey into this next dimension of your awakening, I want you to become fully aware of the spiritual significance of the season you are entering. This is not merely a chapter of change, it is a divine crossing. You are stepping out of the limitations that once defined you and into the vast, uncharted territory of your true assignment. The inner shifts you have been feeling are not random fluctuations of emotion. They are signals that heaven is preparing to unveil a greater measure of your purpose. Everything about your life is being repositioned so that you can carry the magnitude of what is coming next. And though the road may feel unfamiliar, your spirit knows exactly where you are headed. There have been whispers within you, subtle impressions that something greater is drawing near. At times, these whispers stirred excitement. At other times, they brought uncertainty. Yet through it all, a quiet knowing has remained, an inner conviction that refuses to let you settle for an ordinary life. This conviction is not pride. It is recognition. Recognition that you were created for more, destined for more, designed for more. You have been marked by heaven for impact, and no amount of resistance, doubt, or delay can erase that mark. Even when you tried to downplay your potential, the calling continued to follow you. It tugged at your heart, spoke through your dreams, and resurfaced in your spirit again and again. Chosen one. One of the most powerful transformations happening within you now is the awakening of your spiritual authority. You are beginning to understand that your words carry weight, your presence shifts atmospheres, and your obedience unlocks blessings. This authority is not something you earned. It is something you inherited. It was woven into your identity long before you ever faced your first battle. The struggles you endured only revealed what was already inside you. And now, heaven is amplifying what has been hidden. Many of the battles you faced in previous seasons were not attacks on your life. They were attacks on your potential. The enemy saw glimpses of who you were becoming before you did. The opposition you faced was a response to your destiny, not your weakness. Each hardship you endured was meant to intimidate you, to silence you, to convince you that you lacked power. But each time you rose again, each time you fought through the pain, each time you held on to hope despite disappointment, you proved that the calling on your life was stronger than the storms against it. You may not have realized it then, but every victory seen or unseen was building the spiritual authority you now carry. Chosen one. The authority rising within you is calling you to expand your vision. You are being ushered into a realm where small thinking cannot follow, where fear cannot speak louder than purpose, and where old insecurities no longer have a place. Heaven is stretching your mind to embrace possibilities that once felt too big, too unrealistic, or too overwhelming. You are being asked to believe beyond what your past has shown you, to trust beyond what your present reveals, and to envision beyond what your circumstances suggest. This is not wishful thinking. This is prophetic alignment. Destiny always reveals itself through vision before it becomes reality. I have watched this unfold in my own journey. There were seasons when my dreams felt disproportionate to my resources, when the vision placed in my spirit seemed impossible compared to the life I was living. Yet every time I surrendered the fear and embraced the calling, heaven responded. New doors opened, unexpected provision arrived, divine connections appeared. Not because I was qualified, but because I was willing. Willing to believe, willing to expand, willing to grow. Chosen one. Your willingness is your greatest asset in this season. Heaven does not require perfection, it requires openness. As your vision expands, so will your capacity. You will begin to feel more grounded, even in uncertainty, more courageous, even in unfamiliar situations, and more confident in your steps, even when you cannot see the full path ahead. This confidence is not self-made, it is spirit-made. It comes from knowing that you are not walking alone. Every step you take is supported by divine timing, divine alignment, and divine orchestration. Heaven is not only guiding your steps, it is paving the road beneath your feet. Chosen one, understand that you are not stepping into elevation for your sake alone. You are being positioned to influence, to build, to uplift, to restore, and to ignite transformation in others. Your calling carries ripple effects that will touch lives, environments, and even future generations. The billionaire potential within you is not a measure of money, it is a measure of impact. You are being prepared to handle resources with wisdom, opportunities with responsibility, and influence with grace. That is why your inner world has been under construction. Heaven builds character before it releases destiny. As you move forward, trust the whispers within you. Trust the unfolding. Trust the divine push urging you into territory your past self never thought possible. You are not the same person you were before. You are awakening into power, identity, clarity, and purpose, and soon the external world will begin to reflect the transformation that has already taken place within you. Chosen one, remain open, remain expectant, remain aligned. The revelation of your next level is drawing near, and nothing in heaven or earth can stop what God has appointed for your life. Chosen one. As you step deeper into this unfolding journey, I want you to understand that this season is not simply about growth. It is about divine unveiling. Heaven is revealing layers of your identity that were once hidden beneath survival fear or self-doubt. You are awakening into a version of yourself that has always existed in spirit, but was waiting for the right moment to emerge. That moment is now. You are being separated from old patterns, old environments, and old limitations, because they cannot coexist with who you are becoming. This separation may feel uncomfortable at times, but it is actually divine protection steering you away from anything that would dim your light or delay your destiny. There are parts of your life now where you may feel a sense of spiritual acceleration, as if time itself is moving differently around you. Things that used to take months now take days. Conversations that once felt heavy now feel purposeful. Connections that once drained you now fall away effortlessly. This is evidence that heaven is reorganizing your timeline. You are being shifted out of delay and into alignment. You may not fully understand how quickly things are changing, but your spirit recognizes that this speed is not random. It is the pace of destiny. When heaven decides it is time for you to advance, nothing can slow the momentum of that divine push. Chosen one. This is also a season where heaven is refining your inner voice. There was a time when the noise around you felt louder than the guidance within you, but that is changing now. Your intuition is strengthening. Your discernment is sharpening. You are learning to distinguish between fear and wisdom, doubt and divine hesitation, impulse and instruction. This inner clarity is a gift heaven gives only to those who are being prepared for greater responsibility. The more you learn to trust the still, small voice within, the more confidently you will move through doors that once intimidated you. There have been moments in my own life when the inner whisper made no sense on the surface. Times when I was led to walk away from relationships I cared about, opportunities that looked promising, or environments that felt familiar. At first, it felt like loss. But eventually heaven revealed that what felt like a closed door was actually divine redirection. Every time I obeyed that whisper, something greater unfolded ahead of me. Chosen one. The same thing is happening in your journey now. That inner tug you feel is not confusion. It is instruction, and the more you follow it, the more aligned your life will become with your true purpose. Another shift you are experiencing in this season is the awakening of spiritual boldness. This boldness is not arrogance, it is holy confidence. It comes from knowing that you are backed by heaven, that your steps are ordered, and that your purpose is not fragile. You may find yourself speaking with more authority, taking actions you once hesitated to take, or stepping into spaces you once felt unqualified for. This is because heaven is stripping away the residue of fear that once clung to your identity. You're becoming someone who moves with intention, someone who knows their worth, someone who understands that obedience to purpose is more important than the opinions of others. Chosen. One, doors are opening for you now, not simply because you are ready, but because you have been prepared. Every challenge you overcame, every heartbreak you endured, every lesson you learned has equipped you with the resilience, empathy, and wisdom needed for this elevation. Heaven never wastes pain. Every tear watered the soil of your destiny. Every setback strengthened your foundation. Every disappointment trained your spirit to trust in ways that logic could never achieve. You are stepping into a season where the meaning behind your past will finally reveal itself. What once felt confusing will begin to make sense. What once felt heavy will now feel purposeful. Your story was never a collection of random events. It was a divine curriculum shaping you for impact. This is also a season where heaven is expanding your influence. You will begin to encounter people who recognize your value before you even speak. You will step into rooms where your presence carries weight. You will be entrusted with assignments that stretch you, grow you, and require you to operate from your higher self. Do not shrink from these opportunities. They are evidence that heaven trusts you. They are signs that you are ready. The version of you that doubted your worth no longer exists. The version of you standing here now is prepared to walk boldly into the fullness of your calling. Chosen one, lift your spirit. Everything is aligning, everything is unfolding, everything is leading you toward a destiny far greater than anything you have imagined. Trust the process, trust the timing, trust the transformation happening within you. Heaven is not just moving around you, it is moving through you. And soon, everyone will see the manifestation of the promise placed over your life. Chosen one. As you move into this deeper phase of your awakening, I want you to understand that heaven is not only transforming your inner world, but also preparing the external realm to respond to who you are becoming. There is a shift happening around you that mirrors the shift happening within you. Environments that once felt ordinary are now becoming spiritually charged. Conversations that once seemed casual now carry divine significance. Encounters that once felt random now reveal themselves as divine appointments. This is because you are stepping into a level of purpose where nothing is accidental, nothing is wasted, and nothing is without meaning. The veil between the natural and the supernatural is thinning for you, allowing you to perceive guidance, direction, and confirmation with increasing clarity. As this veil continues to thin, you may begin to notice that your sensitivity to spiritual signals is heightening. You feel things more deeply. You sense shifts before they happen. You discern intentions without needing explanations. This is not overthinking, it is spiritual intelligence. Heaven is training your spirit to recognize patterns, warnings, invitations, and confirmations that others might overlook. This sensitivity is not a burden, it is a gift. It ensures that you do not miss moments of divine timing or fall into traps designed to distract you. With this heightened awareness comes a deeper responsibility to honor what you sense, to trust the impressions placed upon your heart, and to act with confidence when the Spirit nudges you. Chosen one, you are entering a realm where alignment becomes everything. The people you surround yourself with, the environments you expose yourself to, and the energy you allow into your life all carry profound impact. When heaven elevates someone, it first purifies their circle. You may notice certain relationships drifting away, not because of conflict, but because they no longer reflect your path. You may feel drawn to people who speak life into your purpose, who challenge you to grow, who understand your spiritual language without needing explanation. These individuals are not coincidences. They are destiny companions. Heaven sends them to reinforce your calling, sharpen your vision, and support your elevation. There was a time in my journey when I struggled to let go of people who had been part of my past. I thought loyalty meant staying connected, even when the connection was draining me. But eventually, I learned that not everyone who started with me was meant to finish with me. When I finally surrendered those attachments, heaven brought new relationships into my life that accelerated my growth, expanded my vision, and aligned with my divine assignment. Chosen one, the same will happen for you. Release with grace, receive with openness. Allow heaven to rearrange your relationships in a way that prepares you for the magnitude of your calling. Another powerful shift you are experiencing now is the strengthening of your emotional mastery. You are learning to navigate your feelings with wisdom rather than reaction. Situations that once triggered you now teach you. Words that once wounded you now reveal truth. Challenges that once overwhelmed you now refine you. This emotional stability is not the absence of feeling, it is the presence of spiritual maturity. Heaven is stabilizing your inner world so that your outer world cannot shake you. You are becoming someone who stands firm, even in uncertainty, someone who anchors others simply by being anchored yourself. Chosen one, as your emotional mastery strengthens, so does your capacity for leadership. Whether you realize it or not, people are watching you. They are observing how you respond to pressure, how you make decisions, how you carry yourself, and how you navigate adversity. You are becoming a living testimony of transformation, a reflection of what it looks like when heaven's hand rests upon someone's life. Leadership is not about position, it is about presence, and your presence is becoming stronger, more grounded, and more impactful with every passing day. You may not feel ready for this level of influence, but heaven is not asking you to be perfect, only willing. Every leader who carries a divine assignment has walked through seasons of uncertainty, seasons where they questioned their worth, seasons where they felt unqualified. But willingness is what separates those who rise from those who remain. And you, chosen one, have shown heaven your willingness through your perseverance, your faith, and your obedience. Heaven is now responding by enlarging your territory. As your influence expands, new opportunities will begin to flow into your life. Some will come quietly through small, open doors that lead to much bigger rooms. Others will come suddenly surprising you with their timing and magnitude. Do not fear these opportunities. Do not shrink from them. Trust that if heaven placed them before you, heaven has already equipped you to handle them. You are entering a season where your voice will matter in ways you never imagined. Your story will inspire, your wisdom will guide, and your presence will shift atmospheres. Chosen one, stand tall in this truth. You are not stepping into elevation alone. The same God who brought you through the battles of your past is the one leading you into the victories of your future. Walk forward with boldness, with clarity, and with the certainty that you are exactly where you need to be in this sacred unfolding. Chosen one. As we enter this final phase of your unfolding, I want you to feel the weight and wonder of what heaven is completing within you. You are not the same person who began this journey. You have shed layers of doubt, fear, and limitation that once confined your spirit. You have walked through valleys that tested your endurance and climbed spiritual heights that expanded your vision. Through it all, heaven has been sculpting you into someone capable of carrying influence, abundance, and purpose with grace. You are stepping into the culmination of a divine process that has shaped your character, refined your spirit, and awakened the fullness of your calling. In this season, you will begin to notice how everything around you responds differently to your presence. Opportunities will recognize you. Blessings will recognize you. Even people who once overlooked you will sense the shift in who you have become. This is because your inner transformation has altered your spiritual frequency. You are aligning with a higher purpose, and the external world must adjust to reflect that alignment. What once resisted you will begin to make room for you. What once felt impossible will now unfold with ease. This is not coincidence, it is divine timing bringing into manifestation what heaven has already declared over your life. Chosen one, the dreams you carry are no longer distant visions, they are blueprints. Heaven is giving you the clarity, strategy, and endurance to bring them into reality. You will begin to feel ideas flowing with new intensity, solutions appearing before problems overwhelm you, and creative inspiration arriving at the exact moment you need it. This is heaven partnering with your obedience. When you move, heaven moves. When you act in faith, heaven amplifies your steps. You are no longer functioning from human effort alone. You are co-laboring with divine power, and that partnership makes you unstoppable. But with elevation comes responsibility. You are being entrusted with influence that will impact lives beyond your own. Every decision you make in this season carries weight, not out of pressure, but out of purpose. Heaven is calling you to walk with wisdom, humility, and integrity. The abundance coming your way is not merely for personal gain. It is meant to flow through you into the world, creating healing, opportunity, and transformation for others. You are not just rising, you are becoming a vessel through which heaven can move. As I reflect on my own journey, I remember moments when I questioned whether I was ready for what I felt called to do. I wondered if I had enough strength, wisdom, or courage. Yet every time I stepped forward, even trembling heaven supplied what I lacked. I realized that readiness is not a feeling, it is a posture of surrender. Chosen one, you may not feel fully ready, but heaven sees you as prepared. Trust that. Lean into that. The same God who guided you through your wilderness will guide you into your promised land. This final stretch of your transformation is about embodiment. It is not enough to know your purpose, you must now walk in it. It is not enough to feel the call, you must now answer it with action. Speak boldly, move decisively, live intentionally. Let your life reflect the truth of who you now are, chosen, anointed, and aligned with divine assignment. Every step you take from here forward is a declaration that you are no longer bound by who you were, but guided by who you are becoming. Chosen one. The path before you is rich with possibility. Miracles will meet you. Favor will follow you. Provision will surround you. You are stepping into a future shaped not by your past, but by your purpose. Receive this truth with humility and courage. Walk into it with confidence and surrender. Heaven has prepared a place for you. Now rise and take your position. You are ready. You are aligned. You are chosen. Chosen one. As we come to the close of this sacred moment, let your spirit recognize the truth rising within you. You are standing in your appointed kairos time, a divine window where heaven is releasing clarity, favor, and supernatural transfer into your life. Everything you have walked through has led you to this threshold, and nothing about your journey has been wasted. Anointed one, the gift within you is awakening, the mantle upon you is strengthening, and the path before you is opening by the hand of the Creator Himself. Receive this blessing now. May your vision sharpen, your faith deepen, and your steps be guided with supernatural precision. May every door aligned with your assignment open swiftly, and may every resource meant for your elevation find its way into your hands without delay. You are not leaving this moment the same. Heaven has marked you, empowered you, and set you in motion. Walk forward with reverence, gratitude, and bold expectation. The divine transfer has already begun. If this word touched your spirit, chosen one, share your amen in the comments and stay connected to this sanctuary of truth. Until we meet again, remain faithful, remain expectant, and remember your billionaire potential is heaven ordained, and it is unfolding now.